Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're working on a Kaleidoscope for iOS, and we're up to the point of trying to select a photo. Up till now, we've used a hard-coded demo photo, and I want to be able to select it from the Photos app instead. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see where we are. We found the Photos picker, which is a view that basically the text there, select a photo, creates the button at the bottom of the screen we're working on. And when you click on the button, let's see if it'll bring up your photo app and point to all your images, and then you can select one. All right, now we don't do anything with the selection, so that's kind of a problem. All right. What I'd like to do is a little bit of refactoring first, just to kind of make sure this content view doesn't get out of hand. Okay, so I don't have a lot in mind. Let's first rename this to PhotoSelector, since we only select one at a time. And let's pull it out into its own view. PhotoSelector. And this will have to be Swift UI. This stuff can go. Okay, PhotoSelector is a view. Say photo picker item. I guess that's a type we defined. Doesn't sound quite right. It must be in some other import. Photos UI. I don't think I have my critique set up in this project. I'll have to do that one of these days too. Maybe I'll do that offline. Okay, so we got photo, everything's good there. We bind to a selected photo. Whenever you select it, that's what happens. All right. Now content view. Well, I can kind of live with that. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, I'm not sure how far to go. Maybe it's the geometry item or geometry reader. I mean, I think that is our kaleidoscope. Okay, that's going to change some things. All right, so I'm going to take that, make a view. Let's call it a PhotoKaleidoscope. And this is public class PhotoKaleidoscope. Our body of some view. Close the body, close this class, whoops. Okay, and then there should be some, yeah, we got references to things. Mirrors. Is that? I think that's all a decision in here. These are mostly just constants at this point, so even that is off kilter. Okay, rotation, that bit we can pull over. There may be somebody else wanting it. I don't know though. Okay, I think in the long run, I suspect we'll get rid of this rotate gesture. I may put a slider in or something for the poor Mac users that can't rotate their screen very easily. Okay, an angle. That's part of rotation. Sure, whatever. Cannot find selected photo. Well, that seems like this should own that too, I guess. I didn't see a motion manager in there. Does it offer to look it up? Yeah. I think I can just say import photos UI. Okay. Reference to mirrors and closure requires so. I don't even think we change these. I think I'll just do a let for now. I could conceive of wanting to change them, but that's way down my list. Okay. I don't know why that requires the self dot in that case. Reference to property angle. Why is, I guess, well, I wouldn't have thought of it as a closure per se, I guess. Well, I guess it is a closure because it's all in this geometry reader closure. Okay, that seems okay. Now, where's this come into it? Not there. I think it's... Wait a minute. Is this really nowhere? Not used anywhere now? No. Okay, I'm going to put this on change in PhotoKaleidoscope. I don't particularly need it at this point. It just helped us to know we were actually connecting to the right thing. For ourself, okay. Can it? Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the warnings. Okay. Motion update handler. Well, I guess I can leave that up. Oh, no, I can't. Okay. I suspect I will want to rearrange things once we have more ways to do these things. But we'll get there when we get there. I don't think this is going to be relevant anymore. For motion, we need the thing it's looking at. I mean, already this is plenty large. And I need the motion update handler method. Okay. Okay, that's all a touch annoying. Okay. All right, now to get this thing out of this. This is PhotoKaleidoscope. I guess we're not passing any state because we don't have any. Value type PhotoKaleidoscope has no item. What? Oh, it's some. Okay, well, I guess we've accomplished the thing of getting our top level view much smaller. This one's still awkwardly large. I'm gonna leave it for now. It's just self in a non-parameter. Yeah, I really hate that message. Like, where's it using self? In a non-whatever. In a non-parameter, non-result type. Public view requirement. I mean, that's... Oh, did I say class? I'm sure that's the first time I've done that. All right. So, yeah, what I'm left with is just each individual tab with its own view. Okay, so I've got the top level stuff. Gosh, I don't know. Well, okay, assuming this passes tests and runs, then I'm going to check it in at least. The next split, I'm wondering, is like, would it make sense to have a rotating view or something like that? You know, then I can kind of assemble this from that stuff. But on the other hand, I'm content to have made this, you know, somewhat better. All right, and a run. Okay. Yeah, very good. All right. So let's commit that. Split out. We split out PhotoSelector and PhotoKaleidoscope. Okay. Good. Okay. I guess in terms of time management, I don't know. You know, I'm going to record this just split up PhotoKaleidoscope view. HEA rotation view and insights. Okay, so I'm not going to let that worry me too much today, but I think this piece, if we just said this thing has an angle and it calls the method to update the angle, and then you can pass the angle into anybody you want. I think that would be a step forward. Okay. But on the other hand, I'm kind of, I'm aware that like whatever we get done today is all we get done because I'm gone the next 2 weeks. So I'd rather move forward a little bit on the photo selection and defer the refactoring that I think I'm pretty clear in my mind anyway that we can do in the future. I don't think it gets harder to do based on what's next. All right. So, well, we're going to switch gears to this. Okay. So let's capture what we did. My dates are wrong, or my count is wrong, or something. Yeah, this is 8. Okay, I think that's accurate enough. All right, I don't know what I did yesterday. I think I've messed up my dates more than anything. Okay, but somewhere there's a 7. I'll have to go back. Okay, so, oh, I see. I don't think I need that word. We know what we're doing. Okay. Select a photo. All right. What we have, I mean, the photo selector gives us a photos picker item, but we haven't really done anything with that. Oops. Let's look at that. That's where they had the discussion about you can take it and use it to load up the JSON of the image, and then like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get the image where I want it? But okay. I think we were looking at this one. Maybe that might have been okay. Okay, so photo picker, select a photo. That's pretty much what we do. I don't care about the filtering, but what are we going to do when we get it? Convert the image into a UI image for displaying in an image view. Okay. So I think something's, if let selected photo data and image equals the selected photo data. Okay. So where did selected item go? Okay. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think that's how I understand it too. That we pull this data out of the picker item, select photo picker item or whatever it is. Okay, attach a change listener to the update selected item, and then call load transferable to load the data. Okay, so let's make sure selected item is what they did in their photo picker. Yes. Okay. Gosh, I don't know. I had this dilemma when we're in this very graphically intensive kind of app. I mean, is that going to be a testable thing? I think my inclination is to do what they're do what they're doing and then come back later and see if we can figure out ways to inject some tests into it. But in some sense, I don't know, it's going to be a tricky one to test. It's all unchanged and it's a task, so we're going to have to really do. Yeah, so I think what they're doing with the data is you can take that data, make a UI image, and then build your image from the UI image. I think that'll work for us, because you're not updating the image until you actually have data back. But it's interesting to me they're doing this in the view. That seems very, that's not how I expected it to be, but that's okay. I mean, if it works there, it's good. All right, so I think what we want to say is this kind of thing. If we get a new selected item, right, if they've selected something, then we should go out and try and build up the data. And it's a task, so there's nothing to do until selected photo data is ready. Okay, so I will take this. And now I feel like I'm going to pay for not splitting my class. Because it's all going to be in this. So this, where's that on change? To the update the selected variable. So the picker itself isn't the one that's doing it. It's really this change thing. Well, maybe that's not right. I don't know if they have the whole. Yeah. Okay, photo picker unchanged, selected items. Okay. All right, so I guess that's on the photo picker. A selector. Okay, this, and then, well, it's nice in a way. It's local. Selected photo. Okay. And this doesn't exist yet either. But they said you really want to use image.self. Hopefully the compiler's doing that. And then selected photo data, we're gonna have to get some. Okay, so I think that that's gonna be in here, and then we'll pass that into the selector. Okay. And that's just data. Okay, yeah, that does make sense to me. Although we're going to have to do some updating. Okay, so let's put the selected data here. Oh, and the states usually are private. I guess that's true. Keep these updating. Okay, so we got selected photo data. We need to pass that in as a binding down here. Okay, and selected photo data equals data. Oh, cannot assign image to data. Well, I guess that's why he faced that too. Okay, selected photo equals data equals that. All right, now that should be coming in from here. Okay. Now, all right. So at this point, we have photo data in this variable once that all runs. Okay. I think this will come out of here because we're not gonna monitor it here. Okay. And here, yeah, new 2 or 0 items. I don't remember what that second item is. Is a flag of some sort. Swift UI on change. Change of initial or change of initial something. Of value, initial run when the view initially appears. Well, I think the answer of that is false. I don't know why they make me declare it when it defaults to false, but okay. Is that going to get rid of the warning? Okay, initial run when the view initially appears. Well, I don't think there's a value yet. Contextual expects 2 arguments, but 1 was used. And, okay, I guess that's telling me it's initial. Okay, we don't need it. Okay. All right. So when the selector runs, selected photo data is there. And then let's just print selected photo data. Okay. And sorry. Can you make selected photo item a local state in the picker? Ooh, that's probably true. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Make sure we're getting to where we think. Okay, select this, and I should have gotten a message. Oh, it's maybe on some other thread. Is that going to matter? Okay. Yeah, I think you're right that nobody's looking at selected photo because it's really the data that counts. Okay, so I'm puzzled there. Well, let's just break there. Okay, good. All right, so selected photo data. I don't know if he wants to, but okay. I don't know. I feel like we're there. It's okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Bunch of data. Good. We'll stop that run. Yeah, I think you're right. We should be able to make this at state. And that selected photo. I suppose binding should probably come above state. I don't think I need the word selected on there. Yeah. I think just photo data would be fine. Okay. Gonna take this print out. Okay. So in Kaleidoscope, PhotoKaleidoscope. We no longer pass selected photo. It's photo data. And I think photo data is a good enough word here. This goes away. Nice. Okay. And not that. Okay. Make PhotoSelector load the photos data. Okay. All right. So the part. Okay. Well, I think we're progressing. So at this point, when the photo data, we make our selection, that changes selected photo, that triggers us to run a task that will load the photo data. And then in the view, we want the image to come from the photo data. I think they demonstrated that here too. Image. Okay, well, that's interesting. Not worried about multiples. Okay. Well, this is a nice article. Yeah, so they're doing this in the view. They only try and show it if selected photo data is there. That's a little different than we want. Well, at least for now. Okay. But yeah, this is coming around our image. Okay. And I guess that's going to be here. And then after our image is that, right? And this is photo data. Photo data. And then UI image. Immutable value image was never. Oh, okay, good. All right. So, all right. So let's walk that again. So you click on the button. It updates selected photo with whatever you pick. I don't know if you cancel if you go to a nil, but whatever. If the selected photo changes, then we're going to go spin off a task to update, to load the data, okay, into photo data. Which lives up here. When photo data changes, the view is going to change and load the image into a UI image and then display the image we're using from that. Okay, so I think what that's going to do, the effect of that, I think is going to be we won't get our initial picture. So let's make sure that's true because we haven't put any data in for the demo picture. Okay, we can tweak that. Okay. It may take a moment. I know that. Oh golly. Why? Okay. I don't know if I can. Oh, what is our collide view if it has no data? I don't know if I can say else. Interesting. Well, it's not, oh, we don't do all that stuff. Oh, I'm just showing the whole image across the whole screen. Okay, well, all right. So what I'm getting is my image can be there, but apparently photo data and stuff is not getting updated or triggered or something. Oh, this is the risk of these. Well, it's a risk of copying code, but it's also a risk of working with tasks to make sure that everything comes where it needs to and when it needs to. All right. So if we don't have photo data or the image fails to build, I mean, we almost need, like text, can't find image. I don't know if that's better or not. Now, why isn't that text can't find image? That seems weird to me. All right. And it's still not that. So, I don't know. And the ideal for me from a startup point of view is I'd like to get that data defaulted to my data for my demo picture, and then never have to worry about it being nil. I don't know what will happen if you cancel, but in general. But I guess maybe that's not right, because you could probably set up a situation where somebody, some other process deletes the photo while you're in the middle of trying to show it or load it or something. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, well, maybe I do want to make sure some else clause is there. Yeah, you could add the demo with the resize and everything else. Yeah, I could. I mean, I feel like it feels like the wrong way to me, but we'll let it go. Okay. No image found. All right. Just so we see what's going on. Now, I don't know if we're ever getting here. Let's break in here. I'm just going to break in here just so I can see it's coming through. That tells me at least it found an image and it's doing something. I am not so convinced that that's true at the moment. Now I feel like I've selected something. I could believe there's a tenth of a second pause while it loads the photo data, but it's not coming back. Okay. All right. Well, then it's time for an experiment, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to get better at not just going off in the weeds for a few hours. All right. So the experiment would be like, maybe we should just load some photo data, and I think I can call the photo picker, load that data, and just show the image, not try and do it inside our Kaleidoscope view. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. I don't care about rotation. This is something else we're doing. Okay, so we can declare a well, let's put our photo data borrowed from here. Okay, and we're going to, we're going to call our photo selector with photo data. And then we'll do the same on change. Okay. Choose a photo. Okay. Selected photo. Well, oh, that doesn't belong on there. Sorry. I'm doing something. I guess this should just be that. Okay, so photo selector. And then we want an image based on this thing. So we're going to take this stuff. Okay. Okay, so if the photo data just show the image resizable, I don't know, I think scaled to fit is probably good enough. All right. No. I don't have a way to break point on it, I don't think, but. Am I listening to changes on photo data? Do you think that? I mean, I feel like I am because of this, but that may be me knowing it. Yeah, my assumption was that if photo data changes, since it's a state variable, that this view should be told, hey, update because something changed or because photo data changed or something. And then if it's not nil, we go and do this stuff. We can maybe peek into that. Can I do a self or print photo data? Maybe I should be a little more specific. Something like that. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Hopefully that will trigger enough. Yeah. All right. But I always feel a little, I don't know, a little twinge. I think we ought to look and make sure everybody's running in the main thread like we want. Okay, so here's this. All right, we select. Now, somebody should have changed photo data at this point. Okay, so that seems weird. Photo selector. Well, let me put here print selected photo changed. Okay, so I should see that definitely in the UI thread. Now, If we just say task like that, I don't know. We might have to say it's on the main queue explicitly or something like that. I worry that if it's not on the UI thread, then the update stuff may not know to trigger or may trigger incorrectly or something. All right. So I think basically we put in two prints. So we should see something when the photo changes and then something once it's loaded as data. Okay, well that's a good step. All right. So selected photo changed. Now this task I'm gonna all right. Well, I don't. I believe that will change every time I do it. Okay, so I'm not. That tried to draw something. All right. Continue. Oh, hey, whoa. That sort of kind of worked. And that's that very flower-driven picture. Okay, let's select a new photo. It's not enough bright contrast for my taste, but okay. Oh, there's water. All right, well, we're kind of working. Well, I don't know why we weren't kind of working before, though. So delete this, run this again. Or is the fact that I'm running this beforehand triggering something? Am I missing a dollar sign? That would be a good question. Okay, select a photo. We'll take a different one. All right, well that's nice. Very black and white. Oh, there's a little color in there. A little gold. All right, now select the next one. Select. Take the greeny one. It's got sections that are just white. Interesting, we're getting that. I mean, I guess if it's narrow lines, we took this one? I'm not paying enough attention to what I'm doing. Okay, let's take that one. Does that seem right? It's hard to tell. All right, but let's audit this code a little bit. So experiment view. No, wait a minute. That's in my main view. I forgot to do it in the experiment. Okay. Yeah, that's true. It may be higher res. Okay, so selected view. Whoa, what's that? Options. Attempting to present view on which is already presenting. Interesting. Okay. Well, okay. I guess I was looking at the wrong thing. I don't think the did set should have done anything. Was that on PhotoKaleidoscope? Oh no, I put that on experiment. Okay, so this is weird. All right, your suggestion was make sure I got all my dollar signs right. Okay, so here, that should not be a dollar sign. That should not be a dollar sign. Where's photo data? So that should have passed. PhotoSelector definitely does. It has the binding. Okay. Now this one, that does not. that does. Okay, I'm very puzzled. This to me should work. I mean, if the other one works, this one definitely should work. Now, why this seemed to start working, let's go back to photos, select a photo. I don't think I've done that one. I mean, it looks good all the way around. We're not seeing our bent sides or anything. I really wish I could get a little noise, and you know how the kaleidoscope kind of, you hear the gems or rocks or whatever shifting around. Or it would be interesting to just have some music that played with it. Okay, let's take this out. I'm going to take this part out and run my experiment, which should show just a selector but not do anything with it. Okay, that's my photos. Here's this one. All right. Nothing. Okay. Now this one, the location could be better. All right, let's take this waterfall. Now why? I don't know. Maybe I'll just sit here a minute and see. Or is it something because I went to the experiment and came back? I mean, this should be a separate instance of PhotoSelector, so there shouldn't be any overlap in the state. I'm passing my own state variable. Okay, this is too weird. I mean, that's not. Yeah, that'd be cool. Um, I was thinking of something with, yeah, definitely parameters. So the music changed as it's rotating. Oh, I am confused. We definitely had it working at one. Oh, there it is. Did I implicitly cancel it? No. That's the red? Something is weird. There's no way that's that photo I just selected. No way. The purple. Okay. Seems like we're back one. Select a photo. I selected that. Now I'm going to select that, and I'm getting the waterfall. And then if I'll select, I don't know if I selected this again. No. Oh, I was double clicking sometimes. Okay, so double click. No, that's. I don't know. I think that's our flowers. Yeah. What is going on? Okay, I mean, that looks. Well, it's not the flowers. Okay, so I got to do a series of 3. Am I going to get the waterfall now? Yeah. Ooh, those are nice, though. Okay. Um, what the heck? And so I'm not getting it until second selection. And what if I select and double click? Because I sure was doing that. And that's not that purple. It's from the second one. Okay, let me rerun just to make sure I'm not. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. It's like we're one behind. It's the one that gets the check mark. I would have thought so. Okay, we come in with nothing. I'm going to single click. We get nothing. But do it again. Go to the next one, the purple one, and I get the red one now. So it's like it's behind. Now maybe that's an update issue on our task. This is too weird here too. Okay, let's see if the double clicking thing is going on there too. I should see my did sets at some point. I'm wondering if it's like your question about, is it updating? Maybe it was not somehow. Okay, select this, get nothing. Select this, get nothing. Something is already presenting. Hosting controller, interesting. So that's what it gives you when it's running back in UIKit instead of in Swift UI. Swift UI hosting controller modified contents is already presenting. Okay, I'm gonna double click. Select a photo, click. I don't know why I'm not getting anything here. A photo data, images UI image of data, photo data. And I never got my did set, never changed. Let's consider this task. I need to make sure if I need to run it on a different thread or something. That's not the right task, is it? What are my other choices? Task. Oh, maybe that is the right choice. I think that's in my closure, right? So, yeah, that's code. So that is the real task here. Okay, priority operation. I mean, is a task the right way to do that sort of thing? Maybe I have to pull myself into async await stuff. Is it the one that gets the check mark? Okay, yeah. So what's my working theory here? I guess if all right, let's select it. I notice we never get this. Okay, so we have no selected photo. I assume everything's a nil and it's all okay. I'm going to try and take the purple one. We get nothing. Select the next photo and we get the purple one. So it's like we're not seeing the value. I mean, my theory is that I'm doing the task wrong in some sense. And so the value gets updated but nothing refreshes the screen. Kind of what the concern you had, Mudshark666. So the purple image gets selected, a bunch of stuff updates on the data side, but nothing on the image side recognizes the problem. Okay. And I don't know if I can. Okay, so I'm going to put on change of photo data initial true. Let's just print photo data now. Photo data. No. $0. $1. So it gets two arguments. Okay. I don't want to worry about it. Okay, so I'm trying to force. Yeah, it could be a loader issue. But I'm trying to force the change to trigger something that maybe makes it redraw. Okay, so it starts out nil. I'm not sure what that value is then. On change of VV to void. Old value, new value. Oh, okay. Nil. That's kind of annoying. All right, now we select a photo. I'll take the red one or the magenta. No trigger. Yeah, so I'm feeling like, what if, I mean, when it gets back to the view, PhotoSelector does its thing, kicks off a task, and then we come right back here and it says, should I redraw? And it's like, did photo data change? No, not yet. It's still nil. All right, now let's pick our second one. Waterfall. Okay, it was empty. Now it's a bunch of data, 4127057. Let's select a different one. Nah, it's... Oh, look at the other change inside the selector. Yeah, good idea. Okay, so print selected photo changed in PhotoSelector. Gosh, yeah, I still just wonder if what do you say? Is it main actor? Let me try that. That says explicitly I want stuff running on main. I don't know if it works for the task though, but yeah, apparently it's not. Huh. Selected photo now changed. So this ran, I assume it's doing this. There's the await. I mean, it's a task with an await, so that part seems good. Let me go back to that article and make sure I'm just not missing something he said about this. All right, we get our selected item. We create a photo picker. We're not going to worry about filtering because we just say give us images. Photo selection. On change of selected item, new item, create the task. Okay, we literally copied that code. Selected photo is another state variable. Yes. Create an instance of UI image using that. Yes. switch UI detects the value change and triggers the UI update. And that state selected photo data. Okay, I'm going to put that did set on our production side as well. But it never triggered for us, so in here, photo data. Okay. So I think what we know so far is you do your selector, it does change the select photo. I guess we kind of know that anyway because it was changing at some point. We're not so clear about when this happens, does it trigger the right stuff? Okay. Take this. Selected photo changed, but now we're waiting here. How long does it take to load an image, right? It should be practically instantly. Okay, so as far as I know, we haven't triggered, I don't know if this task is running or not. We haven't triggered the did set. So the photo data hasn't changed, even though presumably that thing's running and loading away. Okay, select this one, go to the waterfall. Now, photo data now nil. That's good, except notice that did set never triggered. So I don't think we're Okay, so I'm going to go back to task. I could have sworn there's a way to tell a task to run on your thread. You don't start a schedule. Use the instance to interact with it. We don't really keep the instance, so we're not doing anything with it. Only code running can interact with it. Okay, we init. We took whatever the smallest. Okay, I guess ours doesn't throw, so we're doing this one with some sort of implicit priority. And there's our async operation. Assume. Okay, we did main actor. It would have inferred it from state object. Inside task is not run on the main thread because the wait suspends execution. Okay. Well, Task and invoked it from the main actor. That code also runs the main actor. Identifier will be updated on the main actor, but we don't know where post message is. All right. This is more of a question about task updates variable, but UI doesn't respond. Publish, changing state variable does not update UI. Okay, that sounds like us. Inside my UI kit view controller. Okay, that doesn't sound like us. Is action called? When I click on the button, it will be disabled. Shared state should be owned by the parent view. Well, this is all observable objects rather than state. Oh, a question I've looked at before. Okay, good to know. Text updates 1 character delay. Force this to change. Interesting. He converts the data to an image inside the task. Oh, well, that would be nice too, but I don't think it changes the situation, does it? I mean, it certainly makes sense to. PhotoSelector. Okay. So what that would do, so I guess we would create image as the variable that was being held in the state, but I don't see that it's going to force the view to update any differently. I mean, we already have state that's changing in a thread. It doesn't seem to matter if, I mean, I think it's more elegant, but I don't think it changes the situation. I'm willing to do it. I just don't want to, I'd rather understand what's going wrong here. But maybe this is the clue that on change of name. See, I just worry that our on change is not, it's like it's behind. And so I wonder if this code is not running until the second time, it's one behind. And like when it looks, it's got the old photo data. Well, I definitely don't object to it. Let's do it. Okay, so PhotoSelector. Do you have a link for his example? Maybe unless conversion UI time needs to be waited on. Well, it's going to take a little. I mean, when they pop up, it's pretty quick when they decide to, right? Select a photo. I mean, that, is less than a second for sure, but there was a gap. In a way, it's okay, but all right. Right. Okay. So there's the image. Oh, we can even just do the image. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Let data equals load transferable. Let image equals image data. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem to be a problem. All right. Okay, selected items. Yeah, I mean, this seems like what we would do, right? Okay, so we're going to muck with PhotoSelector on change of the item, do the task, and if let. Image, and then let's just call it image. I guess that's optional, right? Okay, so do that. All right. And then we don't need photo data exposed anymore. Take that out. Data equals try await. Data. Okay. And then in here, we want an image rather than photo data. This goes away. I'm going to call it main image. I don't know. Source image. Let's see. Didn't open 5.0. Oh, yeah. So I'll back out of this for a second. Was in this. This negative padding works like an inset, and so the view that gets passed in is shrunk, and guaranteeing that we're even if we're hitting zeros that are, it's sort of ambiguous as to whether the zero is inside or outside. No longer do we worry about that. The 20, I'm not sure I can argue why it's 20 and not 17 or 10. Okay, let's see. Yeah. All right. And so what we're doing now is trying to load the pictures. What's happening is you select the photo, it doesn't do anything. You select another photo, it shows you the one you selected first. Show a third photo, it shows you the second one. My worry or my theory is it's something about the task that this thing is doing. It runs this part on the main thread, but then when it updates, it's not clear that our view is picking up that update. What we're doing at the moment, though, is we're changing it to return an image instead of a bunch of data that we then load into an image. Okay, so I think this part's okay. This, I mean, I can source image. Okay, so that's a debugging thing for us to see when it changes. All right, cannot find photo data. Okay, and this goes away. So where's my brace? I guess I'll drop the else, drop the brace. And then this is just image of, well, no, this is source image. Okay, so source image here, I guess we got to do an if, yeah. If let's source image, then this. Okay. And then photo data, we really want image self dot source image. Okay. I'm not worrying about the warning on the debug print. Okay. I do think this is an improvement because we want to select, we want to get an image out. So this thing, you pass in the place you're going to put the image, and when you select something, it loads the data from that thing, converts it to a UI image, and then converts the result into a real image using that data. We saw stuff that said, yeah, you got to do it this way. Both the articles we looked at. All right. I like this as a component better because I want images out when I do this stuff. So that part's good. What's going on in here? Okay, I think we're ready to run it again. Apparently not. Image. Okay, so state private some image. We just did a little debugging kind of view here. If let some image. Some image. Scaled to fit. Okay. That's good. All right, so we'll select the red one, magenta one. We get nothing still. Okay, that was already nil. Select the waterfall, which is very purple, and we get this one, which works fine. Okay, but it's the magenta image. Select the other waterfall, and now we're going to get the purpley one. Wow. Okay, well, we haven't broken. Switching to image didn't break anything that wasn't already broken. All right, so make PhotoSelector, create the image. Okay. Now I'm gonna break in the selector. Like, I want to see this line happen. Okay, so I get here. I know I was trying to return an image. All right. Source image starts out nil. I do this, and I get no triggers. I don't know. So weird. Okay, select the next image. Now I get an on change. Maybe I'm bad on this. I didn't think about that. Maybe I'm blocking it with that. Nope. Now I get here. Image, well, we can see if it prints anything for image. Yeah, okay. Sorry, let me read up on unchanged again. I feel. Okay. Initial, whether the action is run when the view initially appears. Well, I don't think it needs to be. Okay, so gosh. I mean, if it left it nil, I would kind of understand the image being left nil. But it obviously stores it because when we go to read the second one, we get that original image. And my theory is we're missing an update somewhere that we updated photo image, but nothing made the Kaleidoscope view know to refresh. And therefore it doesn't refresh when it gets back from the PhotoSelector, and it reads that we do the next one. Something in the process of getting the PhotoSelector open tells it like, hey, you need to refresh. I don't know. Like, I don't think this matters to us. Like, when the view appears, we want to get notified. I don't know. Okay, let's continue. Source image now nil. Initial something. Source image now nil. Initial image. That seems backwards, doesn't it? I guess number 2 is the new. VV. Unchanged place state, old state, new state. Oh, okay. I'm probably grabbing the wrong state somewhere. Well, okay. So it's old state, new state. I guess that's not as interesting. But is it happening on the other stuff? Okay, so sorry, where's PhotoSelector? Unchanged. Yeah, I'm definitely messing up. New item. Do we reference new item? There we do. Okay. Yeah, it's that change in old old item we'll ignore. We want the new item. Okay. I gotta stay at work, but I think that's probably it. Yep. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's that change in on change that now it takes two values. I don't think you had another variation that takes no values. Let's see if we can find that one. On change of the initial, on receive. No, it was something else. On change of perform. Use unchange of initial. These look the same to me. On change of initial. Some view. Action is nothing. No arguments. Okay. I don't think that's us. I mean, I could do it. It really is selected photo. Yeah, I probably could do that. Make sure that actually we're due for a break, but yay, yeah. I think I can just reference selected photo. I know it's there. I know it's changed, and that should be fine. I don't need to get the old and new items per se. I don't really care about them. I'm surprised though that the change was that way, because that does kind of break your expectation. One change of perform. It took a value, which was what is now new value. Yeah, okay, here we go. I guess you got to read the big black or big marked up box. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, 3 or 4 minutes. We'll come back and integrate this stuff and move on from there. All right, thanks. All right, welcome back. Let's see. So I think we'll just clean through the result of this. I think that'll just put us in a good position. All right. So what we've got new item there. I think I can take this other version and just reference selected photo, because we already know that's the same as what new item was. Okay, so selected photo. I might go a little more generic there, just say selection. Okay, so selection, matching images. I think that'll fit on a line better. Okay, select a photo. All right, on change. Now, initial true, I don't think that matters to us. We don't need to see it when it's first initialized, so I don't see any benefit there. All right, now I'll take that main actor off too and see if that makes a difference. I think it already is a main actor because it's running as a view. And we're triggering our views from a main actor. So, all right. So let data is try await selection of the load transferable. If we can get an image from that, we will. UI image, and then create the image. All right. And, well, let me run this first, and then we'll make sure. I got to say, there are days I really miss IntelliJ. The refactorings and stuff we do, it had a much better selection. All right, select a photo. Let's take these mountains just to be different. And that looks like them. Oh, good. You really get a nice thing with these photo images, right? I mean, they've got such detail. You get a lot of richness there most of the time. Okay, and then select the next photo. Go to our favorite. Those magenta flowers. Nice. Okay. And like I said, I think that's optional, but let's push this. Okay. Check for change of source image Use it rather than $0, $1. Okay. Commit that. Okay, we were mostly in selector. All right, I want to take this off. Anything else I'm not happy with? Well, these nested if-lets get annoying, but I don't think we can do anything about that. Okay, run that with that off. We should see no difference. The yellow and green. Yeah. Okay. And then finally, we got rid of our prints there. Okay. Just gonna be all right. Good. Okay, so I think that one that helped. I mean, that was a good call to finding Paul Hudson's article there. The examples I've seen ignore the old item. Huh. Yeah, I just find it weird that maybe I'm misreading it, but it seems like if you had the one variable version, you got the new value, and the change to the 2.1 gives you old then new. That just feels like it since it was a change and not a conscious originally that way sort of thing. I would think most of the time you want the new value and you don't really need the old one. But because you're making this change, you're adding something new, then make that in the position that's least likely to cause a problem. But yeah, it's I'm quite able to find problems or create problems other ways. Okay, so back to PhotoKaleidoscope. All right, let's see. So source image now is what we build off of, and if we don't have it, well, this is where. Well, no. Let's see. We don't need this on change because it was just a debug thing, right? Hope it doesn't interfere with anything. I guess just where we're going through our photo, we just happen to hit these couple of places with just lines. All right. But I don't see any problem. It looked good. All right, now resizable padding offset. Okay. That seems okay. All right, and then experiment view, we're just going to kind of trim out. Well, I don't know what it does right now. Are we still? What is going on there? this tab. Select a photo. I select one. Why don't I get either no image found or a photo? I'm a little worried about this. I mean, that seems like... And I also noticed it didn't seem like we got anything on our did sets when we did those. I don't know if I can break here. You get some debugging in the images, but not what I'd call full. Well, dang, that is there. Oh, do I have to do resizable? Wait a minute, I got two experiment tabs. Oh, man. Oh, what's this? Make sure this only has one. Yep. Oh, nice idea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're talking. Except for one slight problem. Oh, take this off and continue. There we go. Okay, let's add that. Button to take picture of the current Kaleidoscope image. Yeah, and then I guess the unusual thing, even here, right? If you, let's see, I guess maybe this one. If I'm going here, I can get back to one. It's deterministic. It's not like the real ones where the rocks and gems and little bits of whatever fall around in semi-random places. You can reopen the image and select the same angle and get it. All right. Anything else on this? Okay, so I think that's all right. And experiment view now is okay because I put the VStack that I'm constantly forgetting on my some views. All right. Did I check that in? Okay. All righty. I think, let's see, it's got 45 minutes. Yeah, true. I could do that. I don't know. I'm going to have to see, like, at some level, I don't want to. The more stuff I add that's not the kaleidoscope is a little weird, but yeah, it could be better. All right, let's check our startup. I think the startup screen is ugly when that thing is nil. It's here, I guess. Okay, so I think I will put that else in there. I'm gonna put spacer text. work on color. Good. Dark gray. Okay. Okay, that did not work. Why? I'm seeing a dot right above there. It doesn't seem to be on my screen. I can't tell. Let's see if I move this. The little tiny gray dot. Is that my whole text? Font title. Let's take this out. Oh, and I have a VStack with one thing in it. Okay, that's a little weird. Okay, that dot is my message. Why is that so tiny? Does this need a VStack? I'm going to try this. I may regret it. Oh, I don't have a preview. Okay. Huh. Now, why? Okay, well, that's more what I want. I don't know, this is still jammed too far down. But why is that so tiny? It just looks like a dot. No, it's an even smaller dot. Well, that looks reasonably normal. Okay. If source image exists, then use it. Otherwise, I don't see how spacer would mess that up. Let's put a spacer down here just to get a little more room in that. I think that's going to jam it. And I think there's still a little tiny dot right in the middle. And maybe I can find, I still got a dot. How weird is this? I mean, ContentView's, oh. I'm in the wrong place. Okay. I'm going to take out one of these V-stacks, one of these braces. Go down here. No, I'm going to revert this. Okay. Now I have a VStack inside a VStack. So get rid of this one. Get rid of the extra brace. Redo it to get the indentation. Okay. So that's KaleidoView. I think this should be inside my if is the reality of it. If source image, then make a KaleidoView with the gesture. Is that on the KaleidoView? Okay. That else this stuff. And I'll put a spacer here. Okay. So I was, because it was inside here, I was taking my text and making that, putting that inside the kaleidoscope. All right. Okay. Yeah, it was clipped. Very clipped. And probably scaled. That could look better if it were centered. I don't know why. Let's see. Center. And I have a spacer here, but it doesn't seem to be. No, that's still not doing it. Stack, no image selected. I mean, I can put it in an H stack. I really get tired of doing these, though. And there may be a modifier for center. Is multi-line text alignment, right? Okay, that's what I want. No. No, apparently that's not it. Let's see. Yeah, I can frame stuff. Right, the potato does that. But I would have thought alignment center would have put the text in the center. Is the vertical center. Oh, it was a horizontal alignment thing. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to do anything. Well, the multi-line text alignment thing didn't work either, so... Well, you know, the right way to do it is make a modifier. But I'm going to do it this way for now. I feel like we'll probably come back through and rework some of the looks of this, so just getting it moderately acceptable. But I'm surprised the VStack thing didn't do what I wanted, I will say. Okay, that's good. That's centered here. I mean, so it centers horizontally by default, right? But something about the text. Maybe I got too many. Let's just put the text there. Nope. Okay. Okay, that's acceptable enough. But I don't know. Lots of these things, they reveal to me like I have expectations about what centering is going to happen or things like that, and they don't. And I'm not quite sure why not. All right, center a no image selected message when needed. Okay. All right. Well, I think rather than start something on the big side, let's just mark this as done. Let's tackle this. I think that's doable in the time we have left today. And we'll go from there. I think I'm going to defer this button because I think we want it for each of these. And I'm kind of okay. I don't know. There's something very Zen feeling or something about seeing those images without worrying about the mechanics and stuff. All right. So this goal is to make a rotation view that knows this and tells you what? Well, I guess it's going to give you an angle. Okay, so I'm going to try, let's duplicate this. Maybe rotated view. Okay, and then pull this in. Core motion, yes. Photos, no. All right, this is rotated view. It needs its angle. It doesn't need this. I think its job is to, it's going to know the rotation. I don't know, maybe this is one of these, well, I'm not sure. All right, all this stuff, I mean, like, this is the thing I want on there. I want to pass in a view. View to show. And I want to attach this to that, which I'm kind of okay if the whole thing rotates as you're doing it. So here, that doesn't really rotate, but I'm okay if it did. Okay, view to show. And then I got to pass in the angle. When this view appears, we do all that stuff. View to show, okay. Given angle. Okay, so up here, motion handler. Okay. I'm gonna move this. I don't know. I'm writing an article about like what order do you put things in, and I realize how random mine really are, but I don't have a good explanation. I want public stuff first. Usually I want variables first, then public methods, then private methods is one of my rules. But I don't know. Okay, so instead of our state needs to be a view, which I guess is some view. But, oh, whoops. We do need that, but we need a binding. Is that what we need? No. Cannot call value of non-function type any view. Well, I want to give it that. Oh, okay. Okay, so what's this going to look like on this side, right? We're going to give it, well, we're going to, the color, well, he's going to give it rotated view of something. All right, so I think that's where, oh no, but that something has to get to the angle somehow, right? I mean, if I put the angle here and then I pass it to this, yeah, that seems right. This is a binding. Any view cannot conform to view. Okay, this is where I think, because I want to get a view in, I think I want to use this. Create child views for a specific view without having return keywords. Okay, so content of view. That makes sense to me that it needs to know what type it's working on. Okay, and then content of content. And then we'll init at view builder. Well, actually, I want to pass the angle in first. Angle of, I think I do binding of angle at view builder, content of content. This is binding. I'm not doing this right. I don't think that's right. Can only be applied to a parameter or function type. Content, nothing goes to content. Apparently I do. Okay. Cannot assign angle to binding of angle. I think that's the right one. Underlying value, yeah. Okay. Public body. Any view cannot conform to view. So this goes away. And that's the content. Okay. Rotated view has no mention of motion. I think I lost it in the transition here. Okay, these two are arguments. This one goes down. Okay. Binding of angle. Variable self that angle is used before being initialized. This becomes a lead, I think. Just a bar. Is that right? I don't know. All right. So then this. I don't know if it goes on. Let me try it here. Rotated view of. That. And the angle is dollar angle. Yeah, I think maybe the description might be good. Well, let's see if that does it. Okay, we'll select a photo. This nice one. All right. Except we can't tell. Okay, let me get my tablet. Because we're wanting to use CM rotation manager. Let's see. So change this. Feels like that. And run. Okay, it's trying. Okay, so I got no image selection. Select a photo. Okay, so as I rotate, I'm definitely getting the motion. Okay, so so I think I've got it, except maybe I didn't tear it out of the other one enough. Maybe I'm getting doubles. Let's see, rotated PhotoKaleidoscope. So I've got the rotated view there. I got to take this one out. Right? Rotation gesture. And I'll take this out. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, it's still good. This is a picture of a yellow swing set. I don't know if the yellow shows up at any point. But our outer image is staying the full size, and we're rotating as I rotate, right? Yeah. Okay. Whoa, this Can't get the angles that it's just too. Oh, there it is. Ugh. Some, I don't know, just very intense looking images when I'm at a certain angle. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely reacting. Okay, so let's take this out. Let's try taking this out of Kaleidoscope. I guess no one's mentioning this now. No one should be calling this now. Rotated view at angle. We don't need the gesture. We don't need this or that. Can reformat. Oops. Hopefully that's in the right place. Okay, so we'll put the rotated image in around the Kaleidoscope view only. Otherwise, we get our message, and we got our photo selector on the bottom. Okay. I like it. I don't think it's going to be a super useful view, maybe, but it lets us. Right now, our Kaleidoscope view relies on the photo being there. That's not going to apply in general. So I'm not sure how much of the Collide view we'll use or not. But if we have to have separate views at some level, rotated view around it is going to be the right thing. So, all right. Let's check that in. Oh, let's run it. Whoops. Run it where we can see it. It's a slightly different image, but whatever. It's rotating. Yay. Okay. All right. Any other leftovers from that? And I think this is. It does help trim out that stuff from this view. Stuff is still a little too complicated. But that's for a future day. But the core of our view is definitely smaller. There's a lot less stuff around it with the motion stuff out. So I'm going to call it a win. All right. So we split out rotated view from PhotoKaleidoscope. Okay. And commit. All right. And then to do, we've done this. Here. All right. And then I want to pick up next time. I'd like to be able to take my camera. I think there's still something going wrong with the rotation of the image. Let me show you what I saw. I picked a photo with words on it. I don't know if I can. I don't know if you can see them or not. Over here. They're reflected backwards. So somewhere there's still a rotation. I mean, oh no, no, it's okay. Actually, I'm being foolish. All right. It takes the words going forwards and then it flips them, of course. So, it rotated more when the distance to the camera changed. I don't know. It may be. I don't know if it's just because I'm kind of wobbling it too much or something. It 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 feels right. I don't know if I can find that same image we've been using. It just gives me a very limited. Yeah, I don't have a lot of images on here, so I can't get that one that I used for a demo. But yeah, I think it's probably the tilt of the pad and that stuff. I mean, it feels like it's doing the right thing when I'm rotating. It feels smooth and like each step is normally what you'd expect. So I think it's okay. All right. So anyway, next time, 2 weeks from now, well, 2 weeks from Monday, the 20th or whatever Monday that is, I'm gone the next 2 weeks. But when I get back, I want to do live camera. So I want to be able to hold up the camera and move around the room and have it reflect stuff off that. I think that will give us a natural place. I mean, I think I could ship this really. I mean, it lets you take any photo you've got and uh, and get a view of it, So I don't know. Maybe it may be worth even now, But I really like the idea of the live camera one, and then I think button to take a picture. I don't know. I think having it there live just feels much more like the button might come into play then. But anyway, that's where I'm hoping to go, and I will see you in a couple of weeks, I hope. Let's see. So that will be 2 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern and 6 to 8:30 p.m. UTC. This Sunday, I'll post like a 20-minute video showing what we did this week. With all the stumbling around cut out, I guess. It's more code review and demo. But that'll be on my YouTube channel on Sunday. And I just posted a blog article today. If you got some time, check it out and let me know what you think. All right. Well, thanks for joining, and I will catch you in the future. Bye-bye.